प्रार्थना गर्नेछौँ र सुरुको प्रार्थना गर्नलाई म अनुरोध गर्नु पर्यो हाम्रो रेभरेन्ड पास्टर ईश्वरचन्द्र काप्री जो हाम्रो इसाई गोठाल संयुक्त इसाई गोठाल सङ्गतिको अध्यक्ष हुनुहुन्छ अघि आएर आजको यो श्रद्धाञ्जली सेवाको सुरुको प्रार्थना गरिदिनु हुन म अनुरोध गर्न चाहन्छु।
आउनुहोस् मेरो प्रार्थना गरौँ। हामीहरूका स्वर्गीय परमेश्वर पिता, सारा सृष्टिलाई सृष्टि गर्नुहुने परमप्रभु, जसले मानिसलाई आफ्नै स्वरूपमा बनाउनु भयो, तपाईँसँगको सङ्गति गर्न र तपाईँको महिमा गर्नलाई जो अवसर दिनुभयो, हामी तपाईँलाई हृदयदेखि धन्यवाद दिन्छौँ। प्रभु धन्यवाद दिन्छौँ। हामी यसरी लगातार रूपमा तपाईँको महिमा गर्न चाहन्छौँ र पनि प्रभु तपाईँ परमेश्वरबाट मानिस चुकेको कारण शरीरमा सधैँ बस्न नपाउने भयो, किनकि तपाईँको नियम थियो, योजना बनाउनु भयो कि त तेरो माटोको शरीर माटोमा छोड्नेछस्। हे प्रभु, साँच्चै यो माटोमा शरीर छोडेको बेलामा जो दुःख कष्टको बेलामा पनि तपाईँको सान्त्वना, तपाईँको अनुग्रह हामीको लागि काफी हो। यसकारण प्रभु हामी यो अन्त्येष्टि सेवा जो भेला भइराखेका छौँ, विशेष गरेर तपाईँको आफ्नो दास जसले जीवनभरि तपाईँ परमेश्वरलाई पहिलो स्थान दिएर आफू धरतीमा रहेसम्म तपाईँ परमेश्वरको अनुग्रहमा तपाईँमा एउटा साहसी प्रकारले जो काम गर्दै अगाडि बढ्नुभयो र दिन आयो उहाँले प्रभु यो पार्थिव शरीरलाई छोडेर जानुभएको छ। यो शरीर छोडेको प्रभु जो अवसर जो हामीहरूको लागि गाह्रो छ र पनि प्रभु तपाईँको अनुग्रह नै महान छ। यसकारण हामी यो अन्त्येष्टि सेवा कार्यक्रम जो भेला भएको छ, हामी यो सेवालाई सुरुदेखि अन्तसम्म तपाईँको हातमा समर्पण गर्छौँ। विशेष गरेर परिवारको साथमा हामी यहाँ भेला हुने आफन्तहरूको साथमा हुनुहोस्। प्रभु यहाँ हुने सबै कार्यक्रमबाट तपाईँले आफ्नो महिमा दिनुहोस्। वचनद्वारा तपाईँ परमेश्वरले सान्त्वना दिनुहोस्, ताकि यो संसार हामी सबैको सधैँको घर होइन, तर यो केही समयको लागि र पनि प्रभु यहाँ विश्वास योग्यसँग तपाईँको महिमा गर्दै रहनुपर्छ र अन्तमा तपाईँसँग जानुपर्छ भन्ने कुरालाई बुझ्दै यो सान्त्वनाको वचन हामीसँग बोलिदिनुहोस् भन्ने र यो कार्यक्रमलाई सुरुदेखि अन्तसम्म तपाईँको हातमा समर्पण गर्दै तपाईँ परमेश्वरको अनुग्रह र सहायता माग्दै यो सेवकाईलाई सुरुदेखि अन्तसम्म तपाईँको हातमा समर्पण गर्दै माग्छु प्रभु येशू ख्रीष्टको उत्तरी पवित्र नाममा, आमेन।
नमस्ते। असल में पाले थे सिखाऊं से ठीक है। मेरे डैडी ऐसे ये संसार लॉन्ग बहुत 71 years हो गए। और वहाँ पर लाइफ ये 10 मिनट 20 मिनट वाले से बिताए सर। तो चलिए मैं कुछ सिखा चुका। अब मेरे खास यो जुन प्रकार में गाड़ी चाहिए ये बने ओवरव्यू मात्र हो, जैसे यहाँ देखना पड़ता है। जैसे 4 में देशों देश है लोग जाए हम लोग तभी सब जन गाड़ी से आगे संबंध देख लिया हमने बस 4 में देश हम लोग चार है ना जो क्या में गाड़ी पर जाना यो मैले चाहिँ ग्रेजुएसन चाहिँ थाहा छ, एउटा स्लाइड ओभरभ्यू मात्र, टिचर्सहरू चाहिँ सबै तपाईँको हुन्छ। ल मेरो लागि चाहिँ गभर्मेन्ट खत्री र नानी खत्रीको पहिलो छोरा जन्मिनु भएको 17 July 1952 अनि उहाँको सिब्लिङ्स थियो यङको चाहिँ उहाँको उहाँको भाइ चाहिँ हाम्रो लेट मोहन खत्री अनि उहाँको बहिनी चाहिँ उहाँ मेरो ड्याडीको बहिनी दिदी डक्टर दिदी केसी एज डिफ्रेन्स चाहिँ खास 15 years जति हो। मेरो बहिनीको अप्सन मेरो आन्टीको उहाँ चाहिँ अहिले युएसमा हुन्छ डक्टर हुनुहुन्छ। मेरो बुवा चाहिँ यही घरमै हुर्किएको हो। पहिला न्युयोर्कमा जन्मेपछि अनि पछि पढ्नु चाहिँ यही घरमा। काम पेसालाई चाहिँ मेरो हजुरबा चाहिँ न्युयोर्कमा मिलिट्रीको जागिर भएको भएर उहाँ चाहिँ न्युयोर्कमै बस्नुहुन्थ्यो सानोमा। अनि तर स्कुल भएर चाहिँ यही घरमा बस्छु। मेरो ड्याडी चाहिँ अब यसरी चाहिँ अब he was very fortunate. By some luck, he got the best student in one person. This is what I like. And all the way. उहाँलाई चाहिँ सेन्ट जोसेफ पठाउनु बोर्ड स्कुलबाट पठाउनु हुन्थ्यो। अनि त्यहाँ अब he made use of his education है र उहाँ डिसिप्लिन हुनुहुन्थ्यो है, मेहनत गर्नुहुन्थ्यो। अनि he ended up being the gold medalist when he once graduated. Yeah, unfortunately, I haven't been able to match that yet. And I'm hoping my son will do it. I'm not too sure. And then also, you're saying, he got opportunity to travel for the first time in his life, and he was a member of the Boy Scouts. So, Australia, पुग्नुहुन्थ्यो एउटै कन्फरेन्सको है। अनि उहाँले चाहिँ त्यहाँ जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ त्यहाँ जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ सिडनी अपरा हाउस बनाएकै थिएन, इट वाज अन्डर कन्स्ट्रक्सन। अनि स्कुलमा चाहिँ उहाँलाई इलेक्ट्रोनिक्स इन्ट्रेस्ट अनि एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिभिटीहरू पनि गर्नुहुन्थ्यो। तर मेन रेडियो इलेक्ट्रोनिक्स यो चाहिँ एकदमै इन्ट्रेस्ट भएको मान्छे। अनि अलराउन्ड स्पोर्ट्समा पनि त्यति राम्रो हुन्थ्यो। Yeah, my father was very quick. Yeah? He got married at age 11. He chose his wife very quickly. Yeah, he just saw my mom and decided to marry her. Hi, mommy. It was arranged marriage. I think so when my mom got married, very frequently they are sitting like this. So apparently my grandparents, they wanted a daughter. So dad and my mom. And then there was a mistake and then we came along. Now, I can say I said to child marriage once. Few people have said I think maybe has been mental stress in water. Until the end, I think he went through a lot of stress. Later on, he went visited the doctor's examination and all that. So this happened all throughout his life. But he always accepted his weakness. He never kept it away from us. So that's his. The next stage of his life was very important. Now, how did you get here on this? He was born into a strict Hindu family. And now he's at the Bible college. So how did you get here? And there's a big story behind all this. I think it's Charles Mendes who knows some of it. As to my father, he wanted to be a doctor. And he had the good grades to be a doctor. But after graduating, he suddenly became sick. He had eye problem, and like now and previously, to be a doctor, you have to study hard. You have to get to a certain level. and you couldn't even spend 5 minutes reading. So that was that caused a lot of anxiety, and we went to all the doctors, we went to all the temples, and it just never got fixed. And it was at this moment, you remember that at secondary school, for some religious exam, there were 2 chapters that he had to read, Mark, chapter Mark and Luke. And he being a good student, he read it all to get good grades. So, but the story there of Jesus healing the sick, it struck him then. So he was at that point where he had to give up, and then he said, okay. He decided praying to Jesus, reading the Bible, and then he basically, had a bet with God, basically, to say, if you heal me, then I will follow you. So that's how he prayed to Jesus. And slowly, after 15 days, his eyesight started to improve, and he could read slightly more. And then, also shortly after a while, he was fully recovered. But it did mean that he lost a year. And instead of doing medical, he did bachelor, BA, just to keep himself occupied. But that was just not the end. As he was growing up, reading the Bible, he needed to learn more and more. And there was a shop called Santi Book Shop or something, a Christian shop that had more books, and he would visit that regularly. And it was obviously run by Christian brothers. And when they saw that my father was interested, they actually brought him to this church. So this is where he became a Christian, basically. So now, and it's from here we went to Canadian Churches. He worked as one of the workers, and his main job was to go and preach at other churches outside Kathmandu. So as he was doing that, people saw that he had a very big interest in the Bible, and that he was a good teacher, and someone suggested that he should go and study in India, go to a Bible college and get trained properly. So from wanting to be a doctor, he basically went towards biblical studies. So here, this picture is of us, has cheated in it. In Yorno. And my mom, she was suffering from poverty. So I think after 3 years, my father graduated. And that's the picture. I'm not really that interested in the books. Okay. Now, upon returning to Nepal, he went. He was back at Gansu Church working further, and I didn't realize it then. But my father is actually a vehicle freak. It took me a while to realize that. And you can see the motorcycle. But I think it's not any motorcycle, it's this motorcycle, because motorcycles don't come with boxes like that. He did it himself. Okay, this is my father traveling down in Calcutta, somewhere. I haven't found it. Lens with the other sheet. So it's difficult for Christians to exist now, and it was difficult for Christians to exist in the past as well. And this actually looks like a group photo, but it's actually inside a police camp, okay? Yeah, he was in Darulura, running a Bible training session. The police came and accused him of converting others to Christianity, which is an easy thing to do. And they took the whole group and locked them all up. And so my father's there. It looks like they're having a picnic, but it's not a picnic. And from that, he had a lifelong court case that never finished, basically. When the king lost his power, the lawyers stopped going after him, but it's still pending, so it's never finished. It's obviously still there. So there's still a court case on my father's side, officially. After coming from India, he saw what the Bible school in India was like. So his vision was to build a Bible school in Kathmandu. And where to build, this building is close to where we are living, so it was JAYMASHIH, he chose that. So, so he obviously didn't do it himself. He raised funds from people like you guys. And he got the money to buy land and slowly start the project. So this is Windsor. Okay, this is the end of programming. Mommy and let's like that. Okay, this is how the Bible school used to look then. This was actually built by an engineer for Finland. This is the first batch. I guess the first class. With the two of us. Okay. After building the Bible school, and after being a principal for a few years, obviously, when in education, you have to continue to study for some reason. So he had to go and do a PhD. He got a scholarship in Oxford to do a PhD. So this is a picture of him in Oxford. And he never went along with his family. So I had the privilege of going, we all had the privilege of going with him to Oxford. So this is us at the time in Oxford. Okay, my father, he always loved the sun, so this is him in Oxford, enjoying the sun. In the past, when we didn't have global warming, the sun would hardly come out there. So when it did come, this is how we celebrate. Even now, just 3 or 4 months ago, we used to go and read out, get all sunburned and read the Bible at the top. So if it's dark, it's for that reason. In the UK, my father tried to save money, so he taught my wife. He taught his wife to make up hairs. And my mom was cutting hair, under quite recently as well. So now he doesn't have that much hair, so it's not that much of hair. We also had grandparents visiting. This is a story behind this. When my father became Christian, he was stuck out of the house, he was thrown away. So actually, I was raised around this bazaar, Joe Party. Not in the main house. And when my father was in the UK, or when we were in the UK, things got reconciled with my grandparents and my father. So this is this is the picture, and my aunt is over there. Okay. After, he never, thought that people in the past should live abroad. If you learn something, then you should return, and he applied the same rule to himself. So even though he would say, even mom would say, that Oxford were one of the best years of our lives. But when the time came, he had to return. So he returned, and then he went back to the Bible school in JAYMASHIH, and after that. We had another vision, which was to build a library, so that Christian workers from all the colleges can come and get all their books. Otherwise, what we have right now is everyone has their own personal library. No one is sharing information. So the idea was to have a central library, and again for that we used the money. And this is in JAYMASHIH, so the land is not cheap. Yeah. It wasn't cheap then, now it's not cheap. And so it had to be central, not remote, not go down or anything like that. So he chose JAYMASHIH, or the land chose him, I don't know. And so he started this construction, this two-story building, this library. That's in the library. With all the Maoist problem that we had in the country, there were people losing their relatives and all that. So one thing that he did was one thing that he thought would be useful was to have a prayer and reconciliation activity where people can pray about their suffering and then work on the differences and all that sort of thing. So for that reason, we started a prayer group, and even went to Rwanda, where there was a big tribal fire warfare between two tribes. So he went there to visit and come back, and he learned something similar. It was a reconciliation and prayer. So and then after the Maoist, it's more like praying for the country, because we have plenty of problems. So my father, mother, and there's a big prayer group. You know them later on, I think. Like I said, I only have an overview. I don't know the full story, but I do know that my father and mother, they walk out 3 hours or 4 hours at some place to take part in the prayer at different places. Instead of walking, bus, never taxi. I tell my mom, take a taxi, getting old. But my father will listen. So this is so he was always very active in this prayer movement. And praying was important for him right from the very beginning. Another thing that he liked was that he also likes singing and writing hymns. I think all of you know his most famous ones. And he liked playing a music instrument. So he started off with the guitar, played the piano, even played the sarang once. So any music instrument he gave it a try. But the guitar, I think he took it to a different level. He learned to seriously, learning all the notation wise. And then another part of his life was that he wrote books on the biblical commentary. Wrote newspaper articles, made fashion reports, and Republican current issues. Yeah. I think you know a lot of people with that. The English book that he wrote was actually when he was in Oxford, and you can see the name is different. It's not Ramesh Khatri. Yeah, at that time, we had the king in power, so he used a fake name to publish that book. Okay, so now this is life outside of work. Okay. So this is him on a simple motorbike. It's only 65 cc. But you'd be surprised, he took this motorcycle all throughout Nepal. This is a family picture. My brother Jeevan is in the UK now. My beautiful wife, son Ashay with us. Another family picture. My brother at home. Another one. This is Lucas when he was first now. Okay, this is about 4 years ago. We had a family activity in Nagpur, so this is that. So I could spend 8 hours talking on this, but he always upgrade his stuff. If it's a car, you change the dashboard. Yeah, some would say you destroy the dashboard. Yeah, and then have his own lock system or something. And same with the motorbike. The motorbike you can see has boxes. Yeah, but this motorbike only has like 3 liters of fuel. Yeah. But this expanded the range by having a second tank behind there. So maybe 10 liters more, yeah. So it allows him to go wherever he wants to, okay? Slowly, but he gets there. And I was told that, climbing some of the hills, you have to get off the motorbike, we just went to climb, yeah. So very cool, computer, if you come to our house, all of you are welcome. I'll show you all the computer that he has, all the mess he has. House electric, plumbing, so if some plumbing gets damaged, he'll just improvise and make it. And he will not call the plumber, he will not call the house electric, he will not call the electrician, he'll just do it for himself. This is him preparing. Also, we had this car, and he allowed me to drive it at a later date. This is us with the old vehicle that gave us a lot of problem, but still we kept on repairing it. This is us with another vehicle, Land Rover. This is better. Okay. Now I'm just going back to what he's done. 40 years ago, he built the Bible school, and today it looks like this. Okay? So my father may have done 1, 2, 3. I think we have done 3 floors. But the rest has been done by new landlords of the place, so congratulations. But he gave the building blocks with us. It looks beautiful. And this is actually, there used to be a pastoral court right here. So this is a little party. This is a library as it looks right now. So this was started 40 years ago, and this is what it looks right now. Yeah? And this was started 20 years ago, and this is what it looks like right now. So I think you can sum up my father's life by two main problems, which is biostream party and the art and library. If he had another 10 years, it would be more, but who knows. Okay, we are coming to the last days of his life. Yeah. This one thing that I would like to say, and I should say it right now, is that, believe it or not, none of his property is in my name, okay? I wish it was, because I would be like 30 crore future, and my sons were really excited at this moment, but it's not in my name. So this has been transferred over to NCF, yeah? So it all belongs to you all, yeah? And my father, and we expect you guys to look after this, okay? We do not plan to interfere on how it's run. Yeah, we hope that it's run in the best way that my father would want it. Which is, the Bible should be there forever. Not being sold and moved elsewhere. Yeah, it should be run as he'd like it. Yeah? And I think as most people would like it. Okay. Yeah. So this is important. Okay. If my father, wanted us to benefit, personally, then, he would not do the transfer that he did, okay? And this land belonged to 3 Christian people. Pastor Norman was being one, yeah, and I think Mrs. Rana, whom I don't know personally. But they all agreed, and they transferred the land into NCF, yeah? So that's, it doesn't belong to just one person or one family, then it belongs to you all, okay? So if something goes wrong here, I think you all should have to stand up and speak out, okay? And it's the same for the artist, okay? And this doesn't belong to me either, or to us, yeah? It belongs to the artist, the NGO, yeah? So, my father, has managed to lead, Archon actually went through some financial problem, yeah? And how did he fix it? He prayed to God and he gave half his, full all his savings, yeah, to run this, to keep this thing running, okay, at one point. Okay, that's how he did it. Yeah. He may have honored mom, but he still did it. Okay. So that he didn't do the sacrifice just so that some other people would grab it and make some financial gain out of it. Yeah? He did it so that this building will remain for you all guys, okay? So that you can all grow, get to gain knowledge, have somewhere you can reach, socialize with like-minded people. Yeah? So I think my father's main wish would be that for this, and I wish, and most people here's wish would be for this two organizations to be run forever, yeah, not disturbed, not broken up, yeah. Because I think my father's trusted the next generation of people, yeah, and you can only get the next generation of people to trust you if you behave in a manner that's suitable. Okay. You all trust my father. Yeah. But if the next owners can't be trusted, then no other Christian will ever do what my father did, because no one can be trusted. Okay. So I think this is important. I'm sorry if this feels a bit tough or negative, but this is my time to say it, and I'll say it right now. Because after this, with my father not being here, we may not have that much of a voice. Okay, so now to more enjoyable stuff. This is like the last 1 year of his life. My father got diagnosed with cancer 8 months ago, around February. To cover long stories short. It was just doing an operation, everything got fulfilled, and it was post cancer. But my father obviously didn't know the full story because doctors don't tell the patient, they tell the family. So my father was very positive, and we were positive as well. Because if my father could be healed and become a Christian, why can't my father be healed right now from his cancer? So we are all positive. So the doctor told us, if my father responds to chemo, there is 2 years life expectancy, others 1 year. And I thought, doctor, you don't know my father. My father exercises, walks 60 kilometers per day. He's not a normal chap. He can fight this cancer for the next 10 years. He's on 70 years. I'm sure my father could have lived to the next 80 years. That's how I felt. But then doctors have other sets of insights that we don't have. But anyway, he never gave up hope. He always thought that he'd be better. So this is his last birthday, and we celebrated. And you can see that he's getting a little bit weaker, a little bit thinner. And this is after a number of chemotherapies. So as you have chemotherapy, it drains you a little bit, and then once you have a gap, you gain your weight, and it happens like that. So this is that final family function, I have to say. My father, he lost his sense of style. Look at his specs, it's wrong color. My father was always happy. So even in the last month or even last week, I think this picture is just a few. It's like 7 days old or something. My father could still find the energy to smile. Okay. Sometimes the worst aspects, brings out the best in people. And my eldest son and younger son, really looked after the grandson as they call him, really well. In fact, better than me, in some cases. So I think, I was proud, and I think my father would also be proud. A lot of people that came in, I may have heard the name, but I didn't actually know them personally, because my father's life was a bit different to mine. Like father, like son, that's not quite true in my case. Different people. So the friends that he has, I don't, they're not really my friends or thing. It was a wonderful thing, a surprise, and to see so many people coming in and visiting him, being concerned about him. So I forgot his name, sorry, but he came all the way from Bali that morning. I think he's a third batch of Bible schools, one of the early students. So this is NCFM, very my father. One thing that I just have to apologize, because it seems like all the pictures are there. My father's family, where are the relatives? I think sorry. I think we can take our close relatives at times, so I didn't take any photos of them coming, but be assured, my mama, my zoo, my cousins from Madurai, they all came, but because they were too close, I guess I didn't take any photos, unfortunately. So thank you very much. Yeah, lastly, he never stopped smiling, and even now in his final resting place in the coffin, I can see a smile there. I don't know how that was done, but he's smiling, communicating with my sons. And one thing that he told Roshni after a big operation, cancer operation, he just lifted his hand and said, he combined with 2 portions, 2009, which is that my grace is sufficient for you. And I will do Nepali can give that. What that means is that, whether my father, whether he was going to be healed or not, it didn't really matter, because God's love was sufficient there. So he was willing to accept 100% recovery, or he was willing to accept, for the illness in his health. He accepted what God's will is for him. So this is, I think, this is about it from my father. Thank you for listening. My auntie from the US sent a message, and I'll allow her also to read that.